Once upon a time, in a small town nestled at the edge of a vast jungle, lived two adventurous siblings named Jake and Emily. They had always dreamt of exploring the mysteries hidden within the dense foliage of the jungle. One sunny morning, Jake and Emily packed their backpacks with water, snacks, and a map, ready for their grand adventure. "Let's go on a jungle expedition," exclaimed Jake, his eyes shining with excitement. With a sense of determination, the siblings set off into the jungle, following the winding paths and ancient trees that towered above them. They marveled at the colorful birds that flitted through the branches and the playful monkeys swinging from tree to tree. As they ventured deeper into the jungle, the air grew thick with humidity, and the sounds of buzzing insects and chirping frogs surrounded them. But Jake and Emily were undeterred, eager to discover what lay beyond the next bend. Hours passed, and the sun began to sink lower in the sky. Suddenly, Emily realized they had strayed from the main path. "Jake, I think we're lost," she said, her voice tinged with worry. Jake glanced at the map, his brow furrowed in confusion. "I thought we were going the right way," he admitted, his confidence faltering. With the realization that they were lost, a panic began to creep into their hearts. They frantically searched for familiar landmarks, but the dense foliage seemed to stretch endlessly in every direction. Night fell, and the jungle came alive with mysterious sounds. Jake and Emily huddled together, their hearts pounding with fear. "What do we do now?" whispered Emily, her voice trembling. "We have to stay calm and think rationally," replied Jake, trying to sound brave despite his own fears. "We'll build a shelter and wait until morning to find our way back." With trembling hands, they gathered branches and leaves to construct a makeshift shelter. It wasn't much, but it offered some protection from the elements and a sense of security in the darkness. As they lay huddled together, Jake and Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the vastness of the jungle surrounding them. Despite the fear and uncertainty, there was also a strange beauty to their predicament. As the night wore on, they took turns keeping watch, listening intently for any signs of danger. But despite their vigilance, sleep eluded them, and they spent the long hours talking quietly and sharing stories to pass the time. Finally, as the first light of dawn began to filter through the trees, Jake and Emily emerged from their makeshift shelter, weary but determined. With renewed hope, they set out once again, determined to find their way back home. For hours, they trekked through the jungle, following the faintest traces of the path they had lost. They faced obstacles and challenges along the way, but each hurdle only strengthened their resolve to persevere. Just when they were beginning to lose hope, they stumbled upon a familiar landmark, a moss-covered rock that marked the entrance to the main path. With tears of relief streaming down their faces, Jake and Emily knew they were finally on the right track. With a renewed sense of purpose, they hurried along the path, their hearts filled with gratitude for the jungle that had tested their courage and resilience. And as they emerged from the dense foliage into the clear light of day, they knew that their adventure in the wild had forever changed them, filling them with a sense of wonder and appreciation for the beauty of nature.